I'm counting days for the
Oh,
revenge.
oh man, you didn't let me do the intro first. You guys already started talking. Okay, anyways, hola Madridistas. Welcome to our preview for the game against one of our most bitter rivals in Atletico Madrid, and we're going to be facing off against them in the Copa del Rey yet again. We kind of showed them their place in the Saudi Cup, or exactly what Alex likes to call it. But it is a Super Copa Spain. It was a really good game. We showed them, and then they went back to Madrid with their tails behind their backs and whatnot. But things might be a bit more complicated at the Calderon. So, anyways, to break all of this down, we have Alex Pato from last time and from the preview. He's a big time Atleti fan and long time Real Madrid hater. So, anyways, how are you doing, mate, after the Copa and whatnot?
I'm good. I'm good. Just a little bit salty actually, but yeah, I'm good.
So, did you get a chance to catch the El Clasico as well?
Yeah, I did watch it. I did watch it. It was like like to pick a poison actually. Like you can't really. I just hope like the competition gets cancelled or something because you can't really do both the teams winning. But on the contrary, I really liked like that Felix didn't get to lift the trophy actually. So that was a good thing.
Yeah, you have to celebrate the small, small things. But Farooq, man, you were really happy in the preview. You were actually saying Hala fucking Madrid for once, even though it's a smaller competition. We were super happy, right?
Definitely, man. I mean, it's just like the analogy I always like to make it. Like, I will come here and say to you, oh, I don't like, fancy cars. But the point is, I cannot buy a Lamborghini. So, of course, I don't like it. So, a certain Alex also calls it the Saudi Cup because it's something he cannot win for some certain reason. So, I mean, it's cool. I mean, that's how it goes, man. But yeah, bro, I'm definitely, I kind of get, jokes aside, like it's basically the Saudi Cup, but it's a game against Barcelona. And as I said, like for the first time in 3-4 months, we actually went to a game with a plan, executed it to the T. The players played very well. There is no one you can pinpoint for anything. The players who our players actually put doubt in your mind. It was Lunin and what's it called, and Mendy. Even after that game, like there's nothing you can say about Lunin. Lunin, performed really really well, and also Mendy was not exceptional, but was really good as well. So honestly, like it was a perfect match. There was a plan. Plan was executed to the T.
Yeah. The plan didn't really work out with Atletico. Like their defense was really. I mean, I wouldn't say the defense was strong. It's just that we had a really difficult time for our front three to combine with each other. But yeah, I would say just to break down the game, let's go goal by goal. Maybe that's a easy way to go for it because there were like a lot of goals in this, and yeah, let's. Alex, you want to take it away for the first goal, the opener? How did you feel? Like, did you feel like, man, we're gonna fucking win this one 4-0? As because that goal happened in the 6th minute, and a lot of Madridistas lost hope.
Yeah, like if you like look at the match day six, it was exactly the same thing. Like Lino, it was like he cut in, like he took a shot, and it was a good shot and a good save from Kepa. I don't know, like you guys don't rate him that much, but it was a good save from him. And then we scored from the corner, so that was really good. And I was like, like it's good, like it's just like that match day six, like we can carry on that momentum. But unfortunately, it didn't happen. We were looking for the second goal, but it didn't come, and it was like bad defending from Savage, and Rudiger scored that header against us, so it was 1-1.
Yeah, is that a recurring pattern? Because for us, obviously, like we know Madrid are weak in the air, especially when it comes to defending corners, and we just don't know how to mark players, even though we have players who are good in the air. So Farouk, like, were you surprised when Rudiger was actually able to score against Atletico? Did you expect that from Atletico there, that kind of defending in the box?
Yeah, definitely. To be honest, I wasn't expecting that, because it was almost, a free header for Tony Rudiger, and that's something that I didn't expect, considering especially our deficiency with, as you mentioned, with area ball. So it was quite it was quite surprising for me. But that's the thing, like they scored with a free header, and we had to find a way to respond. And as Tony Rudiger has done, throughout the season, he just was the man for the moment, especially area.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was. I want to add to this actually. Like that was a really bad goal concede. Like judging from that Real Madrid lineup, like there were only two variants playing. That was Chumeni and Rudiger, and like Savic had the job to mark Rudiger, and like he didn't do it. Like when we see that replay of the goal, like he was just he was behind Rudiger. Like That's not acceptable. You don't see Atletico Madrid like conceding from corners like this, especially like with a team which has only two elite threats
Come on,
playing
man. Like,
like
even
that.
Bellingham is a threat. Come on, you can't discount that.
Yeah, but like still we have three defenders on that position. Like Jimenez was marking Chumene. Like okay, fine. Like Bellingham can be a threat, but like we do have defenders for that. But Savage, that was like really really bad marking from Savage.
Yeah. I mean, at least if you look at the goal that Mario Hermoso scored, it was Rodrigo marking him, pretty much the smallest striker you can find anywhere in the world marking him. And I don't know, man,
Yeah, bro.
Farooq, how does that happen,
We,
Farooq?
we live on set pieces. Atletico Madrid live on set pieces.
Yeah, that's the thing. Honestly, like it's quite interesting how that happened. But this is one of the deficiencies that the team has. So that's just it. There is no. I mean, it's not. I mean, if you ask any Real Madrid supporter, it's not surprising. Like this is something that you come to expect. Like it's one of the deficiencies that are there. So yeah.
And I think that was our first goal from the corner this season. I think so.
Yeah, and of course it has to happen against Madrid, of course. Man. Anyways, before we go to the Mendy goal for the 2-1, we have a couple of comments. So, Dennis the Great, he's here. Hola, Dennis the Great. He says, let's get our revenge to what they did to us at the stadium in September. Hala Madrid. Man, it's gonna be difficult. It's not gonna be like the game in Saudi because, man, I was just telling Alex here, Farouk, that it was basically a home game for us. Vinicius, he was like really used to just amping up the crowd, amping up the support for Real Madrid. But at the Calderon, it's going to be very difficult for us to score goals.
Metropolitano, Jacob.
Oh, the fucking Metropolitano, the worst. Man, the thing is,
It's
I'm
okay.
always scared of like saying the word Wanda because it's not Wanda anymore, and I get it confused between the Metropolitano and the Calderon.
Yeah, it's okay. Metropolitano is like slowly like being the Calderon, like we're all used to. So yeah, it's okay. I get the confusion.
Yeah, at the Metropolitano. Yeah, man. I mean, that's very, very right. Even after the game against Barca, we also highlighted that like it was basically a home game for us. So that also played into our favor as well. And that's the thing. Like when you play the big time, that's what you get. Like Alex doesn't know what it feels to go away and be the home team. That's the small club mentality. There's nothing we can do. But for us, it's Saudi, it's Australia, it's wherever it is. Like it's home for us. But then only when we go to the Metropolitan, that's when we're away, and fully officially away. But yeah, that's not something Alex and his friends will know.
All right, shots fired there, but El Merengue Boy says, no, Dennis the Great, don't use the word revenge. Please, we're going to end up like Salah and Liverpool. Wow.
Yeah, I also would, refrain from using the word revenge, because honestly, like that's the thing, whenever people have gone on the mission, they've always, failed. But that's, although we're Real Madrid, that's what we go in and, we get the deeds done and we move on. But if there's anything, even the game in Saudi showed us that, Atletico Madrid is that team that actually knows how to, play against us. At least so far, I think that they are the teams that have pushed us the most, in the league. Basically, it was a walkover for them, in the Super Cup as well. It was, they made us actually work for that victory. And it's, although the scoreline was a 2-goal margin, it was much, much more closer than that, But so that's the thing, like, Atletico is a team that, I will hope, the momentum we gathered on Sunday, we can, channel it positively into that game and at least, the Metropolitan, do something significant.
Absolutely. So yeah, let's get back to the game. So the 2-1 was Mendy goal. We weren't expecting it as Real Madrid fans. That was a brilliant run. Maybe you can take us through it, Alex. So
I don't have any complaints with the second goal. I mean, like it was brilliant play, like from Carvajal, like he crossed the ball in between the legs from Samuelino. Mendy came out of nowhere, like literally. I wasn't even like expecting him to be there, and it was like really nice, cute finish by him actually through the legs of Jimenez, and Oblak was just like he didn't have any idea like to the ball go until it hit the net. That was a great goal. No complaints from my side. That was a great goal from Real Madrid.
yeah, I mean, without those kind of runs, like, I just didn't see how Real Madrid would score again in this game because That defense looked very tight at that point in the game. We weren't creating any sort of chances and whatnot. But did you and in the same way, I feel like Atletico also in terms of chance creation, there weren't a lot of chances, but that Griezmann goal came out of nowhere. It was in the 36th minute or something, I believe. So a quick, almost like a 1-2 with DePaul. Griezmann was through, dribble past 4 or 5 players and into the net.
Yeah,
Did you?
especially with that job. Especially with that job, the
Oh
three
yeah.
players it was Modric, Chouameni, and Rudiger out of the play, and that was like a really good finish from his right foot as well, like his weaker foot. But that's the dilemma for us actually. Like Morata scored a hat trick, but we lost against Girona. Griezmann scored this historic 174th goal for Atletico Madrid. Like he's being the top goal scorer for Atletico Madrid right now, and again it ended in a defeat. So two great things, but bad result.
Yeah, we were discussing like even if Kepa could have stopped that shot, do you think so? Do you think Oblak would have stopped that? It was outside of the box, and I don't think I mean, it was a very slick finish, but it didn't have a lot of venom to it. I feel like a really good keeper could have gotten to it.
Yeah, I think like if he would have anticipated him, like going to that side, and like or like maybe if he was a bit taller. Like Courtois is like much taller than him, so like maybe he could have like get his fingertips to it. Maybe. I mean, like we would never know actually.
Yeah.
Exactly, that's just the thing. Like, to play a game of X and O's here. Like, I mean, as you guys said, like it was a phenomenal goal, and that's the thing. Like when you have a player like Antoine Griezmann, I just kind of feel like sometimes it gets lost on people. The brilliance that Griezmann has and that he presents. With just his mere presence on the pitch, like that's as you rightly said, he literally took out 3 players. With a single play. Like it was a phenomenal goal. So I wouldn't go into a debate of can the keeper stop that or not, because I feel like the build up to that deserves the ending to be a goal eventually.
Yeah, well said. After that, both teams weren't really creating any chances. There were a couple though. So Farouk, do you remember the pass from Rudiger over to Rodrigo, and then he fluffed the shot?
Yeah, I remember that, man. I mean, that was a pitch of a pass, and also like even Rodrigo brought the ball in his stride, like he did everything perfectly except for the finishing itself. I think if I'm not mistaken, it was straight at the goalkeeper. If I'm not mistaken, the shot like it was. But and that's the thing, like you're not expecting your striker to finish every single chance that comes away. Like these are things that happen. You just hope that this doesn't come back to bite you. And luckily for us, we were fortunate that we were able to create something else after that miss as well.
Yeah, but who was it on the floor, Alex, that Rodrigo absolutely floored? Was it Hermoso or Savage?
Like you're talking about that Oblak save from Rodrigo?
That point blank save, yeah.
Yeah, okay. So it was actually so Rudiger like lifted the ball up to Rodrigo. It was Savage with a block, and then it came back to Rodrigo. Then like he did a fake shot, and then Jimenez and Oblak they were both on the ground, and then Oblak like anticipated that he's going to shoot to the far post, but like suddenly Rodrigo like literally I don't know like he kind of like shot in the center. So like
Yeah,
he
try
saved it with
to make it go between the legs and get the headlines and whatnot.
like he saved it with his feet. For me, I thought it was already 3-2, but like somehow like, the ball didn't went in. I was like, oh fuck, okay.
You know,
That was ridiculous. Actually, that was ridiculous.
yeah, it's moments like those that make me question. Fuck, man, like if only we had like a super clinical striker that we could depend on in these big games. But yeah, these boys did show up against Barcelona, so I hope it's an uptick in form. But after that was, I guess, half time. Um, the
At the starting
first,
of the half, yeah, at the starting of the half, I don't know if you guys remember. So Real Madrid got a free kick, and I don't know who it was. Like he took it quite quickly. It was Carvajal, like right all alone with Oblak, and
yeah.
like shot, like like straight to Oblak. Again, that was also like a big mistake from Atletico Madrid.
Mm,
Massive
yeah,
chance for Real Madrid. And going through after that, it was just like possession play for both the teams. I was quite surprised actually when Atletico Madrid was keeping possession for like some quite time. I was like, okay, wow, like is this us?
man, you guys
Like
already. So at that point, you guys already were kind of playing for the draw, or just hit us on the counter and somehow nick a goal. I think that was the game plan, right?
Yeah, most probably actually, but because like we knew like Real Madrid has that power strength on their bench, so like we were just counting on the counter attacks and or crosses to Morata or like long balls to Morata so that he can hold up and find Griezmann or either one of the wing backs we have. So that's exactly what happened. I mean, like Riquelme came in, he put in a cross, and then I don't know what happened between Rudiger and Kepa. It somehow just went in.
Oh man, like even I didn't know in real time. It's only in like slow motion that I realized Rudiger didn't actually touch the ball. It was like it bounced off of Kepa and it was net. Kepa was trying to clear it at that point, but yeah, that's what happened. And the funny part is like the match officials gave that goal to Rudiger. I don't know why. Even they couldn't notice like what exactly happened. But yeah, man, like I guess that's the major taking away from that game. Like we just should not start Kepa in these games, especially the big games where he has to deal with these crosses and whatnot.
I don't have any idea about that one. I mean, Farooq can answer that one question. Like, he asked the wrong guy about that one.
I mean, that's the thing. Like, I just feel like eventually, like, it's Kepa, it's Lunin, it's not, something that, like, it's not an alternative that's quite strong, So that's why I just feel like, in my opinion, it just doesn't really matter. Like, when both of them play, I'm just, having an expectation that, something can go wrong at any time. So it's not a big deal, honestly, because, like, the thing with Kepa was that what happened is something that you can ask any Chelsea fan, or any football fan who watches Kepa at the beginning of September, and he will tell you that this is the kind of thing that happens with Kepa, this misjudging of balls and whatever it is. And in my opinion, I felt it was a foul. I think it was a definite foul, but I just still felt like there was a misjudgment, there was a mistiming from Kepa as well. So like he's paying the price. But in my opinion, I felt like considering what we have seen as fouls, I felt that was a definite foul. But
Man,
then again, there
like
was error of judgment on Kepa's.
in that game, the referee wasn't giving any sort of fouls. Like, did you notice that, Alex?
You think that was a foul? You think that was a foul?
Yeah,
Uh,
I felt that was a foul, man. I
because
felt that was.
goalkeepers
I
these
felt like
days they're so
Kepa made a
protected,
mistake
right?
as well, but I
I
felt
feel
it was
like
a
any
foul.
touch is like an automatic foul.
Okay, I mean, that's your opinion, but okay, fine, cool. I mean, okay, cool.
Oh man.
I mean, I definitely felt it was a foul, but again, as I said, like Kepa made mistakes, so it's not a big deal. Like it's something that you come to expect already. So even if it's a foul or not, like he didn't get bailed out in that situation. But in my opinion, when you talk about the Lunin Kepa situation, like my view is very straightforward and clear. Like both of them don't instill confidence in me, so it's just just hope for the one with the less error. That's just it. Choose your poison, basically.
Yeah, but
Okay, let me
for
ask you this.
okay.
Let me ask you this. Why do you think that was a foul? Like, did Murata pushed Kepa, or like, why did you think that was foul?
Because there was a clutching, there was a coming together, and whenever there's a coming together, goalkeeper is always given the benefit of the doubt. Always.
Yeah, I mean, like, obviously there's going to be touch. We're not playing chess over here. So, like, I
I
mean,
mean
like,
that's the thing I'm saying. Like like if it was two ballers, fine. But like when the goalkeeper is involved, the goalkeeper has always been given the benefit of the doubt. Otherwise,
okay.
like who runs into a keeper? A keeper comes out to punch the ball, he clashes into you, it's a foul.
Yeah, but like Morata didn't like he was just going for the ball. Like he didn't bash into Kepa. Kepa came onto him.
I mean, that's what I'm saying to you. Like it's not about what he does or what he didn't do. The point is, as long as he's like, coming together, the goalkeeper is always given the benefit of the doubt.
Yeah, Farooq, like in my opinion, like if Kepa had caught it and Morata did have the same contact with him and Kepa actually fell down, that would have been a foul. I think the foul wasn't given because he just didn't have control of the ball at that time. That's just my 2 cents.
Yeah, it can be, honestly, it can be. I don't know. But I just feel like, with what we've seen given as fouls, I kind of felt like, there as well, there should have been a benefit of the doubt. But then again, as I said, like 100% mistake by Kepa, mistiming, misjudging of the ball. So, he wasn't bailed out by the ref. And yeah, it's all, it is what it is.
Yeah.
Okay. Anyway, yeah, we can move on to the third goal.
Man, I can
Okay.
feel you judging us through your eyes, but yeah, let's move on. And at that point in the game, uh, Atletico had like all of their defenders on. Basically, I think the only attacking player that you brought on was Angel Correa and Riquelme. The other ones were all like defense. At that point, did you have a six-man defense?
Yeah, that was the only two options we had in our bench actually. So yeah. The third goal. Okay. I don't know how to put this way. Like, it's really strange to see Atletico Madrid conceding from a counter attack in the last 10 minutes of a game, especially when we are like leading by 3-2. Like, can you imagine as Atletico Madrid, we are attacking, we are winning the game by a goal, and we are attacking, and we conceded from a counter attack. Like when you see that game, there was like really rare moments when Vinicius got that much space to run in behind. And like he got that much space in the 86th minute of the game. Like, are you kidding me? Like from Atletico Madrid, that much space in the 86th minute. Like that was a really, really bad way to concede. And especially the fact that we had to save like three shots before conceding that Carvajal goal. Like first it was Vini, and then it was a save from Oblak. Then the rebound came to Bellingham. It gets blocked by Savage. Then it came back again to Bellingham. Then Bellingham shoots, blocked by Hermoso, and then came to Carvajal, and then bam, 3-3. That was really, really a bad way to concede a third goal.
Yeah, I
I
was
don't know,
re-
like, why are we attacking in the last minutes? I don't know. Like, this also happened against Real Sociedad. We were winning 1-0, and this was like the last 5 minutes of the game, and we were attacking, and we conceded from a counter attack, and it was 1-1. But
Absolutely.
we went on to win the game because like we got the penalty somehow. But yeah, that was a really, really bad. You can see seriously, we have to get back to those days. When we used to defend 1-0 leads. Seriously, that was a really, really bad way to concede the third goal. We should have like closed the game in the 90th minute only. I knew it. If we would go to extra time, we won't be able to cope with the pressure from Real Madrid.
Yeah. It's almost suicide, to play such a high line, especially so late on against if you have players like Vinicius and Rodrigo who can absolutely punish you. And that's how Barca basically got fucked, just the high line. So, Farooq, you can take us through, man. Like, we were all discussing in the post match about how the subs Brahim and Kamavinga changed the game. Um,
Yeah, definitely, man. Honestly, that's the thing. Like the introduction of both Kamavinga and Brahim Diaz, actually, they took the game on the edge, and the the right now what we've seen this season is something that I think at least for me as well, I had a lot of doubts about the impacts that a player like Brahim Diaz can have on the team. But we've seen that he's a player that doesn't shy away from the from that how should I say it, from that responsibility. He literally asks for the ball, and that's the thing. The more tired the defense are, and the more easier it is for a fresh leg to come on and take them on. And I kind of feel like maybe Alex can comment on this or not, but I feel like the reason why Atleti might be what they are right now is because of the fact that you look at the personnel behind them. It's Savage. It's Savage. You don't, I don't know, like, yeah, Savage is Savage. Hermoso, you don't necessarily know what you're getting from him. And as Alex said before as well, Jimenez is the only one you can actually pinpoint and beat your hand to your chest and be like, yeah, this is the guy. So it doesn't really matter. I mean, the other options, it's so into it's Cesar Azpilicueta and so on and so forth from the bench as well. So it's not like they have that defensive personnel that gives you confidence as well. So whether you like it or not, like there's always going to be moments like that we had with the Vinicius thing. Like, I mean, it was Vinicius, it was Bellingham, and then it was Daniel Carvalho. Like that's like four different chances, in their own. Like where is the defense? Where are the other players? So like that's just the thing. It's not just about the fact that maybe they don't want to defend or something. I just feel like it's just the lack of personnel and skill possessed by this personnel that also contributes to this. But yeah, Brahim and Kamavinga came on and they just help to stretch the defense further and change the game.
I agree with Farooq over here actually. Like the people we have over here, like we have like 34 years old defenders to be honest. Like we have Witzel, we have Savage, and then we have Espilicueta as well. Like I forgot to mention him. Yeah, so and even like on the bench, we don't have that much quality depth. Like our players were literally tired going to the extra time. We were just holding on to that 30 minutes. We were hoping for like a penalty shootout, and then like leave it into God's hand. That was literally the plan, to be honest, going to the extra time. Because when we see that Cam, and going to the extra time, Simeone was like literally just saying, just focus and defend, just focus and defend, and that was the whole game plan, the whole 30 minutes. And that was such a, I don't know, unlucky way to concede the fourth goal or whatever way you wanna put it. But yeah, like the plan almost succeeded, but yeah.
It succeeded for a long amount of time. Like it was in the 115th minute or like very late into the second half of extra time that we actually got a real chance to score. And
Yeah, I mean, like Ozil should have scored that one actually. Like he literally had like a good header, but he should have scored, but he missed it. But then, like it touched to Savage, and then somehow the ball has to obviously go into the top corner. I don't know why these things keep happening to us. Like why did these balls end up in like top corners for us? Like seriously, like there was no chance for Oblak to save that. It's just like a athletic way to concede a goal, I would say, because we've been like these type of things keep happening to us. When you look at like last season, that Carrasco missed penalty in the Champions League, that was a pretty wild way to get out of the Champions League. So he took the penalty, keeper saves it, the rebound comes back to Saul, it's open net, and he hits the post. Then it comes back to Ronaldo, and he hits Carrasco, and like if Carrasco wasn't there, that was a goal. So like such like athletic way, I would say, before just the athletic way to concede the fourth goal.
yeah, it just sometimes it seems like the luck just runs out in the bigger games.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. That's true. Even against Girona, that toe poke, like if you ask Ivan Martin to like repeat it, he won't be able to do it.
And that was just pure brilliance. I don't like. I think he actually meant to shoot it that way, but I don't know if he can actually replicate it after that.
Yeah, I mean, like top corners, like seriously, like even that Savage own goal, like so it hits the ground, the ball is going like not even straight or anywhere, just top corner.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, it is what it is. Congratulations to Real Madrid. I mean, like
Hey,
that's it.
like there was another goal, okay? Like I will refuse to like not accept it.
Yeah. I'm not gonna talk about it. Like that goal, like literally was the mockery out of us. Like seriously, like just fucking slight tackling or something. At least get a red card. I don't care. Like that goal, like literally made a mockery out of us. So many memes. That goal will haunt us for a long time.
Yeah. That was the funniest moment in the match for me personally. Probably in the whole Super
Yeah,
Copa. But yeah, funny
definitely.
way,
I kind
man.
of feel like because I think if Oblak got the red card, he also misses the Copa, right?
Oh, so cards do carry
Or
over?
he misses.
Yeah,
I
most
think the
probably
cards
because
carry over.
it's a Spanish Federation game. Yeah, most probably.
Yeah.
Oh shit! So Araujo is not gonna be there for Barcelona's Copa del Rey game.
Yeah, they're playing the second division team, bro. Who cares?
I mean, it's Barcelona, man. Like there's still a chance. I still think there's a chance.
Let's see. Let's see. Well, we have to keep Javi in the game, So, like, let them win this one.
Yeah, everyone except Barcelona fans are like Xavi in, Xavi in. Barcelona fans are the only ones saying Xavi out. All right. I guess let's move on to like this game, upcoming game. Maybe we had some lessons from the previous game. We have noticed that each of the teams have some weaknesses, and we can break that down. But before that, do you guys wanna do a quiz?
Sure.
Yeah. So
Okay.
it's going to be you and Farooq. The viewers can watch along as well. Just a tiny quiz, 3 questions each. The winner is obviously like the biggest fan or whatever. So your credentials are on the line. But yeah,
Okay.
ready, Alex? The first question is going to be for you.
Okay, go on.
Okay, so the first question is Atletico won La Liga in 2013-14 season, if you remember. Do you remember though, who was that team's top scorer?
Diego.
Oh, man. Yeah, obviously an easy one to start things off, but yeah. 1 point to you.
Diego Costa and the herbal medicine man. I don't know. He went in and got some things for the final in 2014.
Okay.
If you guys can remember, he went in and got some medical herbal treatment or whatever it
I
was.
think he got injured. Diego Costa got injured in the final.
Yeah.
Yeah, he got injured after 20 minutes or something like this, I guess. Maybe even less than that.
16 minutes, yeah.
Yeah, it was a massive problem. Yeah. Anyway, let's just not get carried away, shall we?
Man, Farooq, I don't remember. Was that some kind of like African voodoo or something? or it was
I
just
honestly don't. I'm not sure. I'm not exactly sure what was it there, but I can't remember the story. But I know he went for some traditional treatment and some shit like that.
all right? Okay, so first point goes to Alex. Next question, Farooq, you ready?
Yes, sir.
So in the 2013-12 season, which Real Madrid player transferred away from Real Madrid Castilla and joined Hoffenheim? He went over to Germany. He's a Spanish national. The other clue is that the transfer fees was just 6 million. So you think you can get it?
He went to Offenheim.
Yeah. He was in Castilla.
Jose Lumato.
Yeah, I don't. I thought you wouldn't get it.
No, who?
Yeah,
Sorry, Alex, you said
I'm sorry, I didn't catch the name. Who was it?
Jose Lu.
yeah. It surprised me. Like he's the only one with a Spanish and a German citizenship. I mean, apart from like a Spanish national in our team. I didn't know that. Like I didn't know he had a stint in Germany. So I thought that would like confuse you, but yeah. Seems like you boys are like on the top of your games. So uh next question to Alex. Let's go. So
Okay.
in the 2013-14 UCL final, obviously, heartbreak for you guys. We are Real Madrid fans, we remember the exact minute and the second that Ramos actually equalized. Do you remember the minute where who was it that scored the goal?
Godin, it was Godin.
Yeah,
Godin,
it was
yeah.
Godin.
Yeah. So do you
It was
remember the
very
minute
Godin.
that he scored the goal?
Yeah, okay. I do remember like it was in the first half. The minute, I don't know, 16th, I guess.
I'll give you your options. You have four options. So it was 24th, 26th minute, 34th, or 36th minute.
Okay, I'll go with 26.
You sure?
Why are you playing chemistry with me, man? Okay.
Man, okay.
Okay, I mean, it has to be like 24 or 26. It has to be one of these.
You think 36 or 26?
No, 24 or 26.
Okay. It was actually 36.
Oh, okay, so 15, 26, 30. Okay.
Oh man,
I was
Farooq.
expecting it was in the first half, but okay.
Yeah. I mean, that's
Let's see.
something that Atletico fans would like to forget, that it's such a heartbreak that it's
Exactly.
something that we would
Exactly.
remember,
Yeah.
but Atletico fans, it's hard to forget.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Why would I remember like Bodin scoring like the only goal in the final and like we don't end up winning it actually? Like why would I remember that?
Yeah, exactly. So the next question for Farooq is also in a similar theme. It was a moment of heartbreak for us. So in the 2014-15 semi-final, if you remember, it was against
Yeah.
Juventus. We lost
Yeah, I do
against them
remember that.
2-1. So who scored the winning goal for Juventus?
Alvaro Morata.
You sure?
No?
I mean, you have to lock in an answer. Like, come on.
I'm trying to remember. Let me try to remember. I think it was Alvaro Morata. I'm not sure. Fucking hell. I know we had Chicharito and Morata was on the other team. And I know Morata was on the tier that year.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm going with Morata, man. I don't know. I'm just selecting Morata.
So it was actually Carlos Tevez. Can you remember that man was actually playing for Juventus at that point?
Yeah, I actually Tevez came to my mind, but I was just like, Morata was on a tier and we have this curse of, strikers coming back to haunt us. But anyways, yeah. I do remember Chicharito scored for us though.
Yep.
No, was it Chicha? I think it was Chicha, right? Yeah, because Chicha scored against Atleti as well in the quarters as well.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I
exactly.
remember that. Yeah, cheeky Chicharito. I remember that.
So that just goes to show, like those heartbreaking moments, we like to like forget it and erase it from our minds. But yeah, both of you guys still have the chance to take it all and be the ultimate fan.
Exactly. Yeah, that's why I forgot these Super Copa thing. Actually, let's just move on to Copa del Rey. Come on, guys.
Okay. All right. So probably another easy one, man. I thought you guys would actually struggle, but you guys are getting it easily. So Alex, the next question for you is: which Atletico Madrid player scored the last goal in the 3-0 win to win the Europa League in the 17-18 season?
Okay, the last player to score.
Uh-huh.
Okay, is it Griezmann?
You tell me.
Okay, yeah. Okay, I thought we were getting options again. Okay.
No, man, this is an easy one. Like this was very recent too, so that I'm not gonna give you options.
Yeah, I mean, like it was like I definitely know like Griezmann scored in that game,
Yep, he had an
and
excellent
yeah,
match.
so it was Griezmann, right?
It was actually Gabby.
Gavi scoring the third goal.
Yep.
Okay, fuck me, man. Okay, forgot that one. Well, I remember that early celebration from Griezmann. So,
Yeah, man. What can I tell you? It's a hard quiz. Maybe next time. But yeah, Farooq, last question to be the winner of this round.
Farooq for the win!
See. So, anyways, before you celebrate, which Real Madrid player am I describing? He came to Real Madrid from Inter and left to the Premier League after 3 years with us. He was in this decade.
Mateo Kovacic.
It was easy. I gave you guys both an easy one. Fuck, man. But Farooq,
I can guess that one. Even I can guess that one. Come on.
Real Madrid 1, Atletico Madrid 0.
You know what? Yeah, I want one more round in this one. I want a rematch, just like in the Copa del Rey. I want
rematch.
You have to wait for February for a rematch. When you're
Okay.
gonna come to the Bernabeu, then you can have a rematch.
Definitely, definitely. Yeah, so it's just like like referees are being like lenient towards Real Madrid, so Jacob is being lenient towards Barca. Okay.
Man, I honestly thought you would get the Marseille goal because that was an important moment. It was a most recent one where you won the Europa League. Before that, when you won the Europa League, did you have Radamel Falcao still in your team, or did you win it a bit more recently?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was Falcao. It was Falcao. And then before that was before Simeone era when we won the Europa League.
Yeah.
So it was Falcao, and then we won the Super Cup with Falcao as well. He scored the hat trick against Chelsea, and then we won the Super Cup again with Real Madrid 4-2, I guess. Yeah, 4-2.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can tell you the goal scorers from that game. Koke, Saul.
Oh man. Yeah, but I've learned my lesson. I've learned that you always have to quiz fans on the games that you actually lost, because those things just get erased from your brain as soon as possible. Anyways, man, like let's move on to the showdown. So, Farooq, like you go first. What did you actually learn from the Barca game? What can we take away and implement against Atleti?
Yeah, that's the thing. Atleti is going to be a whole different gravy because, Barca played a really, really freakish high line. I don't know why they did that. But, as we could see, in the first leg, Atleti was really rigid, and the goal scored by Dani Carvalho. I think that was the first time throughout the game that, Vini had chance to, exploit and, run down the space. So I kind of feel like maybe it might be, because the thing is our team works best on transition. Maybe we have to just try to find a way, to encourage Atleti, to allow Griezmann to get more on the ball. If players like Rodrigo the ball play, to kind of encourage them to get more on the ball, and because of this, like they will want to bring their fullbacks into play, or rather their wing backs into play and stuff like that. So I think that will create an avenue for players like either Vinicius or Rodrigo to be able to run down the channel. So I feel maybe that might be something we want to replicate as well, to see if they will take the bait or not. Otherwise, it's just two different profiles of games. So I don't think a lot can translate from the Barcelona game to the Atletico game.
Mm. So from our post match, we were all saying, man, like we need a fourth player to combine and actually create chances. So are you advocating for Brahim to get a start? But in that case, who would we actually drop?
I'm not advocating for Brahim to get a start just in this situation. I think more of the same, just the same thing that plays against the Barcelona most likely. Well, I think maybe because it's a cup game, they might want to rest some players, but then again, it's a derby again as well, so it's an important clash as well. But I'm not actually, uh, I know definitely, we talked about that need for a fourth player, but even before, Brahim came on, or rather, let's even say without Brahim as well, there was there had been, beautiful plays between Jude, Rodrigo, and Vini in that game, So let's not forget, like they all assisted each other. Bellingham to Vini first, and then Rodrigo to Vini, and that's the thing. So I just kind of feel like it's a game that definitely the synergy between them, rather, sorry, is something that it's building, and Vini just came back from injury and like that. So I feel like with time it will get better. So right now I just feel like for that to happen, you just need that foundation of the midfield that we had, with Kroos and Tchouameni and Freddy. So I think that's something that should continue for now, and let's see how it works. But maybe in a different game, a different profile. As I mentioned, like Atletico is a different profile. Maybe it might be worth exploring to see bringing on Brian into the team. But I just feel for now, I would just want more of the same. Just continuity with that front three.
Absolutely. So I'm gonna read out a comment. I'm gonna need you guys to confirm it. So Rajat asks, will it be a two-legged tie that Madrid will play or just one? It's just gonna be one, right?
No,
Yeah.
I don't think. I think the game will go to extra time, I guess.
Extra time?
Exactly.
That is for sure, man. So there is extra time. It's not direct to penalties, right?
Yeah, there is extra time. There is extra time. It's a cup game. There is extra time, and I don't think like it's gonna be a second leg. I don't think so, unless you get into those semi-final, final stage. So sorry, not final, obviously.
Yeah.
The semi-final stage. So yeah, I think so.
Exactly. For the quarters and all, like in the Copa del Rey, there's no second leg, and there's gonna be extra time. So yeah, we're probably gonna see extra time, judging the way that games are
Well,
going.
actually, this is round of 16, I guess.
Yeah. Oh, this is just round of 16. Yeah, I've got ahead of myself. But yeah, Rajat. I mean, Alex. What did you take away from our game and the Barca game? Did you see that Red Madrid had any new weaknesses or things that you can exploit, or a game plan that Atletico can actually implement?
Yeah, I would say like for us, like like especially in the last game when we played against Madrid, like playing Llorente at right wing back, like we were just limiting him because like he couldn't like make run behinds, like we need that pace up front. I think if we start Molina and Llorente in midfield, we can hurt Madrid. And yeah, so I don't know, it depends on Simeone how it starts with the lineup. But I just hope like Llorente plays in the midfield and Molina on the wing back position. And definitely you can't give spaces to Real Madrid. Like seriously, like Vinicius and Rodrigo, like they will hurt you. Like if you're gonna play with the high line, forget about it. There's gonna be a long ball from like other from Toni Kroos, Modric, because they have the ability to find them, and they will find you, and it's gonna be really hard. So like high line, that's a no-no. Just like go with the same game plan like we did in the against Super Copa. Like we were playing quite well actually, but I think the way we conceded some goals were like quite horrendous. But I think if we can go with the same plan, we can come up with a victory, especially at Metropolitano. We are unbeaten at our home this season. The last defeat we had was against Barca actually in January itself. So yeah, let's say it's like testing times over here at the Metropolitano. So it's been a year now. We are unbeaten in that stadium. So our fans is going to be like our 12th man. So let's see how it pans out.
Yeah, I'm really concerned about the home game advantage for you guys. But I would say it's going to be very crucial for which team makes it out of halftime with the lead. So in case Atletico do have the lead, they can just sit back in the second half, and I feel like they can actually survive an onslaught if they sit out deep.
Yeah,
But
especially because like we lost the last game. So this game like really means a lot for us because like if we lose this game, then like even though I call it Saudi Cup or whatever, like the Super Copa game is gonna hurt even more because like then we'll be out of like two competitions in a week. So that Super Copa game will hurt us even more because like that's the very good way to get a trophy. Like like I'm not like I get it for Madrid fans. Whoever, even if I would have won the trophy, I would have been happy. Like seriously. But again, like since we didn't, so like obviously I have to like calm myself. To call it different stuff. So yeah. But I mean, so it's game. So this game is really important for us, and especially like for the Atletico Madrid fans to like hunt for a trophy. So this is very important for us.
yeah, I can resonate with that. Like you only think that the trophy matters when you actually win it, then it slightly matters. But yeah, Farooq, do you actually rate us to go on and have I mean, actually win the Copa del Rey because we won it last season. Does it excite you the same way that it did before?
No, man. I mean, I never actually rated the Copa del Rey as anything, man. I think it's just another garbage cup, to drink water with. So I don't think it's a business that you want to get involved in. Well, the point is, you play Atletico Madrid, and it's an important tie. So you wanna you wanna go in there, as strong as possible because it's bragging rights issue. But the tournament as a whole, definitely, what I mean. I'd rather go deep in other tournaments, than waste my energy on the Copa del Rey.
Yeah, it's going to be very crucial for both teams, just to get their confidence back. If Atletico do win against Real Madrid, then they're going to probably have a really good round of 16 against Inter as well, which is the matchup of the round of 16 in the UCL this season. But if we do lose very, very badly, then I mean, I think we would start doubting ourselves against Leipzig as well, especially if they come out of the gate and score an early goal.
I mean, we
Yeah,
do
I
have.
think you're right, man. It's
So
gonna be. Oh, sorry. Go on, Alex.
yeah, sorry, that's right. So like, I mean, like, I was just saying, like, we do have an advantage, like a slight advantage, because like Madrid played like, I don't know, like a couple of days ago, and like we had like a full week rest preparing for this game. So yeah, we should be playing well actually. Yeah, that's a slight advantage for us. Plus, it's our home as well. So yeah, sorry, yeah, you can continue.
Yeah, again,
Yeah,
that
I mean
go ahead, man.
that's a valid point. The home advantage and the rest as well. It's a valid point. But the thing is, like, this is what successful teams do. Like, you play week in, week out. You play on Thursday, you play on Wednesday. You come back, you play at the weekend, you play the next week again, you play Tuesday, Wednesday. So it's all part of the thing. And unfortunately, our squad has been stretched thin, this year. But if there's anything, you have to give credit to Carlo Ancelotti for is the way he has found a way to circumvent the whole injury and the very thin squad that he has. But fortunately, some players are getting back to to full fitness and form. So I think that shouldn't be too much of a fuss eventually. But I just want to touch on what Jacob was saying earlier, and I definitely do agree with him because we're moving towards the end of January, and then the games come thick and fast, and then we're gonna play, I think, Girona, and then Atletico Madrid, and then we play Leipzig and all this. So like if there's a loss of form or a drop in morale right now, it's something that's gonna affect the crucial period of the season because I always believe that at the end of February, like you can get a very good sense of what the league and the form of your team is going to look like, barring anything catastrophic, because that's when you're going into the business end of the season. So generally, I would think that, even for me, that's why I always said with Girona as well, like, when the end of February comes, like, let's evaluate where Girona is. If Girona is still there, I do believe that, they might be able to push it towards the end of the season. So it's a very crucial, run of matches coming up. So I think we cannot, allow for a drop in morale, and nothing's going to destroy morale more than, losing to your town rivals.
Exactly. I mean, Girona did drop points. It was against Almeria, wasn't it? They had a draw. So I feel like after this Copa del Rey, we have to be right back in La Liga. No rest of the players try to get that slight bit of lead back. But yeah, Alex, do you actually fancy your chances against Inter Milan as well?
It really depends actually because like these couple of games is gonna make a massive difference. Like it can either like boost the confidence of the team or it can just literally go really down bad. So let's see. I mean, like we should be doing well against Real Madrid tomorrow. We have our home support. We have the most rest. Let's see how they pan out. And then like we have a couple of games of La Liga, and then eventually the Real Madrid game. I guess it's February 4th, if I'm not wrong. And then the Champions League tie is in 14th Feb, so like within 10 days. So I mean, like massive, you know, things like matches coming up. Like they can literally like turn our season, or like they can really make our season go bad. Would depend. 24 goals right now within a couple of days.
Yeah, absolutely. I guess that pretty
Plus,
much.
like
Oh, go ahead.
yeah, so plus like when you look at Inter right now, they are top of the Serie A. Lautaro Martinez is the top goal scorer of Serie A. So like they are like in good form, like and like they are having a like good run in Coppa Italia as well. So like they are in good form. Like it's us who's struggling. So it will be like a massive match. So let's see.
Definitely. Yeah, I think we can go for the expected lineups. There shouldn't be too many changes for both teams. We can quickly go through them. But before we do that, I want to read a couple of comments. So Rajat is here. He says he's only worried about Griezmann. That's all. If he can actually stop Griezmann, we can stop Atletico. Alex, do you want to take this one? Do you think Atleti are nothing without Griezmann?
That's kind of true actually, because like the all of the creativity comes from Griezmann actually, and like we saw in the last game, like with just one move, he can actually make a goal out of nothing. And so, like I said, with that chop, he just went like went in and like scored that goal. So yeah, he's a massive player for us. Again, like we tried to replace him with Joao Felix, it didn't work. He had to come back. And now again, within a couple of years, we have to look for his replacement. So yeah, I mean, like Griezmann is like a massive player for us.
There you go, Rajat. So Prince Arthur says, no need for revenge. We need to win to progress. Real Madrid respects their opponent. Farouk, do you think there's going to be respect in the game tomorrow?
I mean, respect is a word that's overused. I feel like in sports, like when two teams come onto the pitch, there's no such thing as respect or disrespect. It's just you want to win, but the only issue is like do you want to win at all costs? Do you want to win in a dirty way or stuff like that? And if there's anything where at least since I started watching Real Madrid, like we always win, but like we're not gonna go into winning in a dirty way or turning shit into stuff. Okay, like we had the mini era of the whole Mourinho us against the wall bullshit and stuff like that. But I do feel like there is no need to rehash the term of respect or anything like. I feel like going into a clash against Atletico Madrid, whether you like what Diego Simeone has done in the past decade and a couple of more years, like it's made Atletico a formidable opponent, and I feel like we definitely will go into that game as equals. That's just the thing. We go into the game and then we will give nothing more than 100%.
Absolutely. Oh man, did we just lose Alex? But yeah. So Japada Oblakota, hey man, he says Brahim should start and Ada should get some minutes as well. Even though I know Atletico Madrid are hurt from the loss and we are coming out for strong for vengeance, but we need to rest some key players.
Well, that's a good shout, honestly. Like resting players, especially when you consider like how much Jude Bellingham and Rodrigo have been playing as well. Maybe you want to think of tinkering with something, or even maybe Fede Valverde as well. Dropping, uh, pushing Jude even a bit deeper and playing Brahim, in the front of the two box two or whatever it is, with Jude taking the role of Fede and stuff like that. Well, that's something that is quite interesting, honestly. But I don't know how we fit this, or you want to take Rodrigo out of the firing line and put Brahim there as well. So these are things I need to be tinkered with. But right now, I think just based on the last match we saw, and going into this Atletico Madrid game, I will be more comfortable with those same starters from that game. Honestly, maybe a change here and there. I don't know. Maybe in midfield you want to bring in a Kamavinga, to I don't know, maybe remove a Mendy or even to give maybe Tchouaméni a rest. I don't know. Uh, this can be options, or even maybe you want to start a Luka Modric as well, to see how maybe working in tight spaces might be, the option because of the how deep like Atletico Madrid sits, maybe instead of Toni Kroos. These are options, but I kind of feel like that front two or two and a half of Jude, Vini, and Rodrigo. I think it's something that I would want to see continue, honestly, because I think this is a game that has not a lot on the line, in terms of it's just a place in the quarterfinals of the Copa del Rey, but I feel like in terms of bragging rights and how Atleti also will be looking, Diego Simeone will be looking for a response from his man. So I feel like, yeah, man, I'd rather start with the big guns and bring Brahim on later on, and if there is chance as well, you can also look for a position for Arda as well. But I'm not too sure Arda also will play actually because I think it's a very high stakes game.
Yep.
Unless I feel like if something dramatic happens and like we're leading 2-0 and going into the 78th minute or 80th minute, I think then we can see Arda there come on. But I think other than that, I'm not too sure. We see Arda here, but I feel like at the weekend we play Almeria, so I feel like that those are one of those games that you might want to see Arda come on. But then yeah, also Almeria just held Girona to a 0 draw, so like let's not put disrespect there as well.
Yeah, it's a hard one. It's such a tight run of games that we know we have to give rest to our players, but it's such a crucial point in our season that we actually cannot afford to do that. But yeah, man. Alex, you want to take us through the expected lineups? Do you expect any changes?
Yeah, well, I just hope like Saul doesn't play in the starting lineup. I just, like I said, like I just hope Llorente plays in the midfield. because last time he was like really, really limited. And so this time I hope Molina starts. And so back five, I would go with like Molina and Witzel at the back because he can control the game, even though like his pace lacks. I would go with Witzel, Jimenez, Hermoso, and Samolino, the back five, and midfield De Paul, Koke, and Lorente. At front are firing duo Morata and Griezmann. But I don't know. Let's see what Simeone plays because I just saw that like so today in training like he played Saul in midfield and he was just checking between Llorente and Molina in the wing back position. And also he was thinking about the same lineup as last time. So let's see how it goes on.
Yeah, I mean, I wouldn't change too much to it. I feel like the game plan worked for large stretches of the game for Atletico, so it's probably the right way to go. Um,
Yeah. The thing is, like, we lack creativity in that midfield, and like we need some pace in that midfield because when you look at Real Madrid midfield, like, you have Bellingham, you have Cruz, and you have Chimini as well. So, like, like Chimini literally controls all that, defensive work, and Cruz is literally, like finding players here and there, and Bellingham is like connecting with Rodrigo and Vinicius. So, you need someone, you need like a runner, you need someone like, let's say, Valverde type of player, and Llorente is that kind of player. So
yeah.
like he can play for like full 90 minutes without stopping. So we need someone like that, like the engine of the midfield. We
Yeah,
need
like
someone
you
like that.
could clearly see even DePaul was getting gas towards the end of the game. You need some
I-
more from the
Yeah,
runners in
exactly.
midfield.
Yeah, exactly. And plus the really bad part is like we don't really have that much of a bench power. Also, let's see if Barrios plays because like he is training now,
Okay,
and like he was sick today. So let's see if he plays. If he plays, then it'll be a good option for us to bring in for the second half.
absolutely. How about us, Farooq? Do you expect any changes from the Barcelona lineup? We were discussing on the post matches that we might have actually discovered our strongest 11 of the season. Do you feel the same way even now?
Yeah, yeah. I feel like that's the strongest 11. As I said, like even in that after the game we mentioned like maybe you might want to doubt bringing in Kamavinga or like for Mendy or whatever it's gonna be like. But I kind of feel like this is a game that I will actually want to change Mendy for Kamavinga actually because I feel like Atletico is gonna sit quite deep, and maybe you want to use Kamavinga, to exploit that, because of the Kamavinga tries to become an inverted fullback, basically an additional midfielder, to try to break down the deep line of Atletico Madrid. So I feel like maybe that might be something. More than that, I think it's basically a lineup that picks itself. I think maybe we might see also like Luka Modric maybe for Toni Kroos. That might be a change that we might see in the team as well. So, but I think that the team picks itself, with again in goal. I don't know. I mean, we can just keep the goalkeeper and we can just go to what's he called? It's Danny Carval and then it's Tony Rudiger and then Nacho and then I said like I will pick Edu Camavinga there and then it's Fede Valverde, Jude Bellingham, Luka Modric, and Aurelien Tchouameni. And then you go forward, it's Rodrigo and Vinicius Jr. I think we most likely will see the same, something similar to this. Maybe Kroos for Modric, but I think it's not going to be too dissimilar to what we saw start in the final.
Yeah. For me, the only question mark still left is even after those two games, can we really trust Rudiger and Nacho as a partnership heading on for the rest of the season? They looked very strong against Barcelona because there weren't a lot of aerial balls coming in. And I feel like when we do have them, maybe Mendy is the right place to go because he is marginally better than Kamavinga at heading the ball.
You mean as a CV?
I mean, Kamavinga at left back. So Mendy is obviously going to be coming into the box, right, for the crosses, hopefully.
Yeah. So you mean for okay, I get what you're saying now. So you mean rather than having this for Kamavinga, you feel like he might be a better option given the situation.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that's a fair shout as well. As I said, like I have no qualms. If we repeat the same 11, it's fair. I just feel like maybe we might also see a rest for some players, just to bring in some people. Because also let's not forget, like Mendy is literally made of glass. He's someone who's just an accident waiting to happen. So. You don't want situations where you want to go into crunch clashes without Mendy as well. So I think maybe managing his workload might be something that might be on the coaching staff's mind as well. But yeah, let's see. You made a valid point about the fact that Mendy's defensive abilities also help to cover for the deficiencies of Nacho or lack thereof. So I totally get your point, and yeah, it's a valid one.
Yeah. So Prince Arthur says nothing will happen. Let's start the regulars and win. No need to rest them. They will rest the next game. Yeah, I mean, that's a fair shout too, but the next game is also coming in very fast, and we need to make up that ground on Girona whenever we can, because Girona are looking like the real deal, at least as of now. And Rajat says we can rest either Rodrigo or Vinny or one of the other two and see if we can bring maybe one of them on at the half. I mean, do you think that Rodrigo or Vinny need any rest? Rodrigo definitely does, right?
Yeah, I think Rodrigo, I think might be, or but actually, I'm just gonna go back, to what Alex said to us, which he has mentioned a couple of times, even before, the game at the Metropolitano in the league, even before the Super Copa, I actually also highlighted that, the one forward which he is, more worried about is, Joselu as well. So I feel like that might be something also. Let's not forget, like this is the guy who also, was a reason for the, for the winning goal, we can say, because like Brahim's was just the icing on the cake. So maybe this is something because like that presence. I think other than the corner kick, like we didn't have any ill threats towards Atletico Madrid. I can't recall right now. Maybe I might be wrong.
I mean,
but I feel
Jude
like
made a few
with the
runs, but
presence.
we just couldn't find the crosses into the box.
Yeah, so that's the point. Like but when you have Jude and also like Osilo on the other hand, because Osilo basically like gives you a threat, like a permanent threat within that 18-yard box. So it's something that's gonna put the defense also on alert. So yeah, maybe I don't know. Richard maybe might have a point. When he mentions that resting one of Vini or Rodrigo and bringing them up at the halftime. So I think like in my opinion, I think Joselu might be the one to go to, and I think maybe at halftime you want to bring on I don't know whoever it is, and then later on you bring on Brahim as well. To kind of stretch the defense a bit more depending on what the scoreline is. But yeah, that's a good shout as well. Rest to Rodrigo is something I wouldn't say no to as well.
Yeah. So Jabara says that kid on the left from Atletico, Samuelino, is a real threat. So Alex, do you guys actually have him on a long-term contract, or do you feel like he's gonna go away at any point? Because I feel like a lot of these Premier League clubs are eyeing him, or even clubs from Italy.
No, actually, like he has signed a contract, like it's a long contract. Listen until I don't know about the release clause. Like, the last time when we had, like a really, really good player, it was Rodri. He has a release clause of like 70 million, and City came in, paid the release clause, and like like he just literally went like fuck you guys.
Yeah.
So yeah, yeah, I just hope like the release clause is not like thing over there, but like he has a long term contract, and the good thing is like he was playing good football in Valencia last season, and this season like we need a replacement for Carrasco. So Riquelme and Lino have been a blessing, but I would still prefer Lino over Riquelme because Lino is like a proper left wing back. He can defend and he can make in like really, really good runs when going up the field, especially like when he cuts inside. So like he has good shot as well. Like when we saw against that the save from Kepa, which eventually led to a goal. And also like in the match day six, like that cross he put in for Morata, like it's a blind cross. So yeah, let's hope he turns up for the game. He's a massive upcoming talent for us. He's like one of the players like we are looking for, to build the team around him.
Absolutely.
I love the way Jacob fires shot in the dark. He's not asking you about, oh, but what do you guys think of Samuel? He's just like, okay, yeah, like you guys have Samuel to a long-term contract. Like, yeah, it's obvious you guys are just gonna sell him. But I just want to
Bro,
go
but
to Alex again.
I'll
And
say
then
this
talk
right. Not everyone is Joao Felix.
Yeah, obviously. Well, you never know. Like they really
I mean,
good
their
players.
top scorer left as well. Griezmann left and came back. No, I mean that's the thing. Like
That's the
Griezmann
thing.
left as well and he came back. So
Yeah,
it's
but
it's
like
it's it's.
at least Griezmann wasn't like Joao Felix. Like he never celebrated against us. He was like always respectful, and even when he came back, like he was always like polite. He said sorry so many times, and yeah, like he was literally like, and now he's kissing the badge. So like everyone forgets what happened 2 years ago.
True.
Yeah, that's all good. Now
That's
he's
true.
the all-time top goal scorer for Atletico Madrid.
Yeah.
That's true. I'm just gonna ask you though, Alex. Like yesterday they actually named they had a farce of award ceremony yesterday, and I think like I don't know what you think, but like they named the midfield 3 or a midfield 4 without a certain Rodri from Man City, your former player. I don't know what's your opinion on that.
I didn't catch that. Can you please say it again?
Like last night I think last night they had this award ceremony about the FIFA Best 11 and shit like that. And like they named, I think there were three midfielders in the lineup or whatever it is,
Man,
and
Messi was
Rodri
there.
was absent. I mean,
Yeah,
forget about who was there. The point is that Rodri wasn't there. I don't know what you think about that.
oh, Rodri should be there. I think like I saw the voting thing. Like Murata voted for Rodri actually. Like he was like up there. Like Murata actually voted for Rodri, and also like for us Atleti fans, like we have a soft place for Rodri because like he's always been respectful for us. Even like recently he had an interview with I don't know, it was Dazan I guess. So where he said like Atletico Madrid, like I'm always going to be a culture. He said that. So like that means a lot for us. So like I hope he comes back to us. We need a DM. So yeah, we need a DM. So yeah, let's hope. Let's hope that. Yeah, but also let's just hope
The
that he's back in his 30s. So yeah, and let's just hope like when he's in his prime.
I feel like Rodri is one of those guys who will still be good at 33, 34. Someone like Gundogan. So I feel like if he comes back, he'll be good for Atletico.
Yeah, the thing is like so like this CDM thing like it's been a problem for us ever since Thiago left. You remember Thiago
Yeah,
used to be there. So yeah,
yeah,
Thiago
yeah,
left.
yeah.
We needed like a DM. And then we got Rodri. Then Rodri used to play. So before Rodri, it was Augusto Fernandez. That worked like for a season or two. And then we got Rodri. Like Rodri was fantastic for us. After Rodri, like City came in, paid the release clause. He went. Then eventually, lucky for us, we converted Partey into our CDM. So then again, so Arsenal came in. Again, you see that release clause thing. Just 50 million. Arsenal came in, paid the release clause, and he was gone as well. So since Partey, we don't really have like a good CDM. So, like Kondogbia was the option, but again, not as good as Partey or Rodri. But he was an option for us. So this season, Kondogbia has also left us. Simeone was literally asking for a CDM. We were linked to Hoiberg, we were linked to Amrabat, but like no one came actually. Owners didn't really put in that much of investment because Barrios was like really playing well in that position, Pablo Barrios. But now he got injured and now we're struggling without a CDM. I mean, Cook is playing an incredible job, but again, it's not like a proper CDM like you can say Rodri or Partey. So yeah, we're struggling in that position. So right now we're linked with Guido Rodriguez from Real Betis. So let's see. And also Matt Swifer from Feyenoord. So let's see. All these rumors are good, until like they actually come to the club.
and even if they come, Atletico will probably get them for like 5 million or whatnot. It's gonna be easy
Yeah,
sailing.
what's with our transfer policy like seriously like we got 50 million for Cunha. Now Lodi is leaving to Saudi Arabia as well. He's leaving for 20 million or something. City had a 30 million selling clause on it, so we'll get like 6-7 million out of Lodi sale as well. So I don't know what's with the transfer policy like seriously. Like we sold Cunha, we sold Carrasco, we sold Dopi as well, and then the replacements we get is just like we got Spilicueta, we got Soyuncu, we got Avigalan, and Santiago Moreno as a young defender. He's on loan right now. So yeah,
Not
we
great,
see
not
the
great.
sign.
Yeah.
So yeah, I mean
Anyway,
like it can't be completely
Alex, do you
new.
have any news on Çağlar Soyuncu though? I was hearing that he was gonna move to Turkey for a
Who?
loan. Çağlar Soyuncu.
Yeah. He has offers from Porto. He has offers from Roma and from Fenerbahce as well. So Atleti is asking for like 20 million. I don't think he should go actually because like if one of our defenders get injured, again we fucked. We don't really have any. So we need
Yeah,
something. I
that's
don't
true.
know, like giving them owners. I don't know, like they can make a good sale because we got him for free. So if he goes for like 20 million, I don't know, maybe they can cash in. I don't know. Let's see.
yeah. Man, you guys mentioned Roma and fucking. I just remembered Jose Mourinho got sacked. I don't know what to feel about that. I do feel sad for him. It's just that he didn't get the support that he wanted at Roma. But do you think he can actually come back and coach for any team in Spain?
Yeah, I think his options right now are like Napoli, Newcastle, or Chelsea, most probably. If like Filipino gets back, let's see where he ends up. But he's a great coach. He's a great coach. I have massive respect for him. He's a great coach.
Um, I mean, Mourinho at Chelsea again would be peak, man, with all the players that they have.
Yeah, I kind of feel like Mourinho actually, Alex badly pointed because when I saw the news, like the first thing that clicked to my mind was, the Newcastle rumors about signing Eddie Howe. So I feel like, Mourinho is definitely just their guy. It's that, it's new money club trying to find something glamorous on the market, and there is nothing more glamour than Mourinho. That's just whether you like or you hate his antics, but that's just it. And as Alex rightly pointed, like massive respect, for what the man achieved, his Porto team, his Inter Milan team, his Real Madrid team, his Chelsea team. He in my opinion, he is in some way associated with negative football. But I feel like when you actually watch his teams play, I feel like come on, like yeah, everyone has a different tactics of play, but like I can't say you can just say like Mourinho is negative football. Honestly, like nah, man. I mean, the counter attacks we were seeing, with Inter, with Chelsea, with Real Madrid, man. I didn't see his Porto team, so I cannot comment or not. But come on, like those teams, like they were too good to be labeled as negative. But yeah, that's how football works. Like when humans' memory are very fickle, so they just say something and it just sticks, and everyone keeps going on with that. But massive respect, for Jose Mourinho, and let's hopefully, he gets something big back in the big time as well.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
especially even when you don't get that kind of investment into the team. Like that's why, like like I get like massive respect for those people. Like even like when you see right now, like now I'm gonna come back to Simeone because like you look at our defense and like like how we make like Real Madrid, like like literally the match was 50-50, like with that defense and with that much of like investment into the summer. Like look at Simeone, like how he competes against Real Madrid and other teams, other big teams. Like he takes the match to the end of the line. So that's a massive respect for me for the managers.
Absolutely. Well, do you guys have anything else to discuss, or should we go straight to predictions and wrap this up?
Yeah, I wanted to ask you this question actually, like from both of you guys. So since you guys have won the Super Copa, so do you guys like still like prioritize this Copa del Rey game, or like do you think like like it's okay, like even if we lose, like it's fine.
For me, I feel like Mo actually pointed this out. Is just the fact that we have so many injuries that we probably can't sustain this long term if we have a deep Champions League run, especially. So I would say if it helps us even 1% better in the Champions League, I would say losing in the Copa del Rey is still fine.
Okay, so like you'll rather lose in Copa del Rey. Okay.
Early
Yeah,
on,
yeah,
I
just
would be
my
pissed if we went on to the semifinals and the final and then we lost. But if it's like early in the round of 16, it's still fine.
yeah, because my next question would have been the same. Like, would you rather lose the Super Copa or would you rather lose in the Copa del Rey game? Right. Okay.
Definitely Super Copa, man. Super Copa is horseshit, bro. Like I'd rather win Copa del Rey than win the Super Copa. What does the Super Copa change in my life, man? It's not even a trophy that you count, man. I mean, come on. That's just the thing. Well, yeah, I mean, to Jacob's point, the point is about losing these trophies or winning these trophies. It's all about, what happens in the long run. The point is if for some reason Real Madrid don't win the league, like, I don't know, Girona all of a sudden pulls off, Leicester version 2, and we go, we play Leipzig, hopefully we go through, and all of a sudden we're, paired with Man City and they, or, I don't know, Harry Kane, and, he knocks us out of the tournament, then you look back in hindsight and be like, oh yeah, we should have taken, that Atletico Madrid game more serious. So this is just, all of this is just, I feel like it's going to be hindsight eventually when you evaluate the things. Well, again, it's a derby, actually, Alex started in like, if it was just any random game, like, yeah, Real Madrid have gone out in the round of 16. I mean, we lost to a fourth division team, I think, when Zidane was in charge. I can't remember the name of the team. I think it was a small team even from Morocco. I think it wasn't even in Spain. It was, I can't remember the name of the team, but they had this weird name and we lost to them, So that's the thing, like, I think at Real Madrid, like, at least since I started watching, like, I think we've won the Copa twice. No, 3 times, sorry. I think it's 3 times. Mourinho won, Zidane won. Carlo also won it, so it's 4 times actually, yeah. It's 4 times, and I started watching this team around 2008, so, like, do the math. So it's not like, we win this, or it's a competition that we know we prioritize that much. So, and for that reason, I wouldn't say, like for Real Madrid, like it's really important, to go through this. But then again, it's a derby, so I feel like that's why this game carries, the extra flavor to it.
Fair enough.
So would you go with your like strong starting 11 or like would you rest your players?
Strong, man, 100%. We got to win this.
The thing, Alex, now is that when you actually look at the team, who are you resting for? Who? We don't have centre backs. We don't have full backs. We don't have attackers. The only people we have are midfielders. So we can either bring on bring on Luka Modric and Kamavinga, or let Toni Kroos and Tchouaméni play.
Yeah, they have the game
Like
changer.
basically,
That's exactly where you guys won the game last time. The midfield, like you just.
of course, that's what I'm saying to you. Like when you say like that, this is basically our A game. Like we don't have anyone else. Carvajal doesn't have a sub. Mendy doesn't have a sub. What's it called?
Maybe he has a sub. It's just
Rudiger.
he's horseshit.
I mean, so that's the thing. Like the team just doesn't. I mean, the point is Fran Garcia fit actually?
Yeah, Fran Garcia's fit. Lucas Vazquez is injured.
Lucas Vazquez is injured. So that's the thing. Like even if we want to rest, like the point I'm trying to make is that even if we want to rest players, we just don't have the players to rest. Unless if we're gonna start calling Castilla boys.
Yeah, playing from Barcelona. Like, why do they have to make this building, like so easy for you guys for in the final? Like, seriously, like I wanted you guys to like sweat it out for the victory, and like they made it like quite the opposite. Made it like so easy for you guys. That's something I'm disappointed
Yeah,
about.
man.
If the game was like intense, if the game was intense, because coming to this game, Real Madrid squad, like they would have been like quite exhausted. But again, they made so easy. Like, seriously, like what was I expecting with Barcelona? Like, seriously.
Long live Forza Xavi, man. What else can we say?
Well, actually, towards the end, like actually, it was getting a bit ugly. Like they were losing their, temper and shit like that, and just kicking out at players. So I was just hoping, we would get through that game without, any fatalities as well. Considering that already, it's a betting squad. Imagine if one of those. I think what was the name of there was this kid who came on. This I don't know.
Fermin?
He was kicking out. I think at Kamavinga. Yeah, I think it's Fermin Lopez, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, so that's the thing. Like if they're injured our players, like it's something else, man. Honestly, but yeah, it was a kick around, at the park in Saudi Arabia against the team coached by Xavi Hernandez. So.
Yep.
Yeah.
All right, man. Let's wrap this up so Farouk can actually go and eat. Look at the man. He clearly needs some food, but yeah, it's been a real pleasure. But before you guys all go, so you guys over in the audio platforms, if you guys want to experience all of these quizzes and everything live, want to follow along with us, do check out our YouTube also. Come and give us a like or subscribe, even if you prefer to listen it through audio. And do check out Alex's Twitter as well. He has some really nice stuff about Atleti. So definitely, if you're an Atleti fan and listening in, do check his Twitter out. And I'd like to thank all of the support that we get from Real Madrid committee as well, because we're back on our Insta game, and you should really check out the matchday footage and stuff that we can bring. I think Sid might be in for the Almeria game, if I'm sure not, but I'm not really sure. But yeah, definitely we're back on that grind, and do check out our Instagram and follow and like along on the posts. So yeah. I guess, Farouk, we can call it a day, and uno, dos, tres.
Predictions, bro.
Oh, predictions. Oh, fucking hell.
Yeah. I would just go ahead and say it's going to be a scrappy 1-0 victory for Real Madrid.
Oh, okay.
Early lead, or like we're leaving it late on?
No, I think it's going to be a late goal, man. It's all about drama, bro.
Fucking hell.
No extra times, but it's going to be a dramatic one.
I'm actually disappointed that it didn't go to penalties. I wanted to see that extra bit of drama in the Super Copa, so maybe I want to see a penalties again, and us winning the Metropolitan, absolutely going into pandemonium after Atleti. Like, who misses it? Yeah, Morata should probably miss it.
Yeah, like it's good to dream stuff.
Okay. What about you, Alex? What's your prediction?
I'll go with a 2-0 Atletico Madrid.
Wow, that's a statement win.
Yeah, last time I got my prediction completely wrong.
Okay, hopefully this time as well, all things considering, but yeah. Thanks you all of you guys for tuning in. There you go, you have your predictions, and we'll see you again next time. Let's go, Farouk.
Hello, Madrid!
Hello, Madrid. Alex, really? You're not going to say anything?
Yeah, I mean, like, yeah, I don't know. I'll see you guys, like, like before February 4th. Yeah, I'll have my say on that one.
Alrighty.
It's like 1-1. Like we won the first match, you guys won the second, so this is the third one. So like
Fair
let's
enough.
see what happens in this one.
All right then.